So an Ohio farmer who voted for the president in 2016 is now leading a push to stop the president's reelection. His name is Christopher Gibbs. He's the president of Rural America 2020. Last week, his group posted these billboards outside of the president's rallies in Iowa and Georgia, calling them super spreader events. Christopher Gibbs is with me. He's a retired USDA county director. He says he's left the Republican Party and will vote for Joe Biden. It's good to have you.
Well, thank you.
It's good to have you. You're kind of on an island, though, when it comes to your fellow farmers. I mean, when you look at the polling from over the summer, from Farm Futures, 75% of farmers in the United States polled said they're going to support the president. What I find interesting, Christopher, it's even a higher percentage than in 2016. Why do you think your message is not swaying them?
Well, the president has got farmers across the Midwest and really all across the United States in a financial snare. With the trade war, or I should say a war on trade is what I call it. When the president started the war on trade clear back in March of 2018, what happened immediately is we lost confidence in our foreign markets, and foreign markets are how agriculture brings dollars back to rural communities. And certainly we lost all of the trade that we were doing to China with soybeans. So what the president did at that point was he extracted dollars from the Commodity Credit Corporation from a $30 billion fund within USDA to start paying farmers off to make up the difference. And how that's worked over time is $12 billion in 2018, then $16 billion, then $19 billion, then about a month ago, $14 billion. And Congress is probably going to weigh in if they ever get their act together on another stimulus for more dollars. So, and I'll tell you, on my farm, this is going to end up most likely this year going to be more than 50% of my net farm income is going to come directly from the taxpayer. And so farmers are trapped. They aren't able to get out of that snare because our markets haven't totally returned. And so they continue to support the president, and that's certainly unfortunate.
So your point is taxpayer-funded consistent bailouts of farmers is making them whole, but it's not whole because of just their crops, et cetera. I hear that. But when we looked at the USDA farm income data this year, farm income is on track to be at nearly $103 billion. That's 65% higher than 2016. And I hear your point. A lot of it is because of these bailouts. But it is still also maintaining farmer support for the president. I guess my question is, what's your goal with these billboards? It doesn't seem like it is taking away support from the president among your fellow farmers.
Well, keep in mind the billboards were just up just a week or so ago, but Rural America 2020, what I'm involved with, we're up in 6 states. We're up in the battleground states, if you will: Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota, I think I said. All of those states, we have steering committees in. And steering committees, we have over 40 folks that are professional folks, farmers, teachers, retired legislators, the whole gamut. And what these folks do is bring to us what's important in those rural areas. And what's important, like your previous guest said, was rural health care. Rural health care is extremely important. And so what we did with the billboards was to start that conversation. It's true that these were super spreader events, and that's scaring the dickens out of folks in these rural areas.
I have 20 seconds left. You're not just leaving the president, you're leaving the entire Republican Party. Why leave the whole party?
Well, the party doesn't exist the way I came up. I came up as a Reagan Republican, as a Bush Republican. You know, in this party, there's no fiscal responsibility. That's out the window. There's no free trade. There's no diplomacy. There's no statesmanship. And pro-life is certainly in question when you've got folks running around saying that they won't wear a mask because it's my body, my choice.